Hey guys, hope you're all doing well, staying safe out there. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me, Blush Lily. Now, in this one, we're going to be taking a look at how your future spouse is going to change you, how the love of your future spouse is most likely to affect you and your life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. Option number 1, you get the Moonstone over here. Option number 2, your crystal is turquoise. And option number 3, you get the beautiful Starstone. So see which crystal, which option you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it, you guys. Use your intuition. If you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you were drawn to the Moonstone over here, a lot of you guys could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You don't have to be. But I do feel that a lot of you guys are quite intuitive. I do feel that a lot of you guys are very closely linked to the moon energy, to space. So let's go ahead and take a look at what major changes are going to be happening to you, to your life, thanks to your future spouse. We have the Sacred Sexuality card. Such a beautiful and honest card. A lot of raw emotions that are coming through over here. So let me start with this one, and yeah, let's keep the other two secret just for now, because this one deserves your undivided attention. A lot of you, my darlings, have been brought up in a way, or like in an environment where you had to suppress your sexuality, where it was considered to be shameful, it was considered to be something that needs to be hidden, something that might sometimes even be too provocative or too dangerous. I feel that quite a few of you, like, you know, there's this energy of a healthy sex drive. It looks like you guys have repressed it. There are like two polarities that they're showing me over here. It's either some of you have been using sex for instead of intimacy, or some of you literally went like, I'm only going to be making love to the love of my life, and like you cut off your expression of sexuality completely, right? And for some reason, and again, like it could be different for all of you guys, but there's definitely an energy of being afraid of what it is that your sexual energy might do, what it is that your sensuality might do, of what people might think if you flirt with somebody or if you allow your true desires to be known. Because we're all different, we all like different things, we all like different positions, we all like different sense, like we all like different smells and textures and sizes and shapes and all sorts of things. And it seems like you guys have literally either repressed it or you're using it for either like control or trying to make sure that somebody stays with you, or trying to, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you're misusing it and the energy is being misdirected. So what they are saying over here, your spiritual team with this sacred sexuality, is that with the appearance of your future spouse in your life, and I want to remind you guys that for some of you, I'm actually feeling that for some of you, your future spouse might come through at the beginning of your relationship as a no strings attached, right? But anyways, even if they come in as a friend, even if they come in as a one-night stand, regardless of how they come into your life, they will have this amazing impact on your sexuality. They will balance it out. They will help you discover you, your body, your desires, and not by necessarily doing anything, to be honest with you. It's just they will create this safe space where you will be able to say, right, well, I want to try this, and this is working, and this isn't working. And where you see the beauty of it, where you see how natural it is, how human it is. And that, you know, even though it can be beautiful, it can have like all of its thorns as well over here. So for some of you guys, you might be like into kinky stuff. but you've hidden it so well away from yourself and from others. And your future spouse is going to be awakening all of those things inside of you. Okay. Strong start. Good start. And I think a lot of you guys, I don't know if you already know about Tantra, Kama Sutra, things like this. You guys might be interested in it. Right? So a lot of tantric energy. They're giving me something about awakening, using sexual power, magical power. In your manifestations even. For some of you, it's very much about being able to get pleasure out of lovemaking. Maybe something that you weren't able to do before. Maybe you were just stuck with very selfish partners. I'm stuck with very selfish partners, I feel, for a lot of you. So there's a lot of healing when it comes to your sexuality, when it comes to your acceptance, when it comes to embracing your beauty. Your beauty, the beauty of your body, the beauty of all parts of your bodies. Okay, let's take a look at what else your future spouse is going to be affecting over here. The universe, yeah. So for some of you, my darlings, I do feel like your future spouse could be from a completely different location, right? They might even, for some of you, feel like they're from a different world. Like literally, you'd be like, are you even from this planet? Because there might be quite a few differences. And I think your future spouse is going to introduce you to a lot of different tastes, colors, religions, points of view. For some of you, your future spouse is somebody who flies a lot, travels a lot. And they could literally be a pilot or an air hostess, yeah? A steward. Maybe somebody who travels on a ship or on a plane or on a train. Like literally somebody who traveled a lot. Or who's very well versed when it comes to different cultures. And they're going to bring this to you. They're going to help you see things from a different perspective. They're going to introduce a lot of things with the universe into your universe. And you will do the same. So it's not like, you know, your future spouse is coming and they have so much to offer. Like you guys, you have so much to offer to them as well. So there's a lot of value to both of you. But of course, in this reading, we're saying about, you know, how your future spouse will change you, right? And not vice versa. But I don't know, I might do how you will affect your future spouse as well. I think that would be an interesting reading. Let me know if it's something that you're interested in the comments. But they're telling me that they are going to change your perception of the world. I think especially if you guys were stuck in like one place or like a certain state of mind, they're telling me that they're gonna, like their appearance is going to help you broaden your horizons. Widen your vistas. Some of you're going to be very tempted to start learning about new cultures, about new languages. Some of you, maybe right now, you're afraid of flying, but you're going to be like, okay, you know what? I actually want to travel. I actually want to see more. Another thing that's coming through very strongly over here, guys, is this energy of detachment, right? So it looks like you guys are going to be detaching from a lot of things that you thought were the truth. And again, seeing things from a different perspective. Now, for some of you guys, this is not for all of you. This is for some of you. And this is, I think, for those of you who are especially intuitive, who are especially spiritual, who are very strongly connected to the moon energy, to the moonstone crystal over here. What I'm saying is that your future spouse, when they come through, and I almost want to talk a little bit quieter, they're going to tell you some secrets about the universe, like literally secrets. They're going to tell you some sort of insights that you didn't know. I don't know why, but for some of you, they're telling me it's either literally there's going to be, your future spouse is going to be somebody who's connected to higher worlds in one way or another, right? I'm not going to go too much into detail. For those who needed to hear this, you heard it, you understood it. For others of you, it's somebody who might be a quite powerful person, okay? Quite powerful person. For some of you, maybe a politician. For some of you, maybe some sort of a popular person that has a lot of pull with other people. A very authoritative person. For others of you, you guys are going to be relocating, for sure. Relocating to a place where you feel more free, where you feel more connected, where you feel like it's more you. Let's see how else your future spouse is going to change you. The underworld. Damn. Guys, you're going to have to go deep, yeah? A lot of shadow work is indicated with the underworld. Now, the underworld is the stuff that's keeping us stuck. It's the stuff that we are unwilling to accept. Yeah, when we're talking about the shadow, when we're talking about, I don't know, it's like accepting your own shortcomings. A lot of you guys tend to self-sabotage big time. For some of you, you might even do it like, you know, unconsciously when you pick at your nails or you like pick at your, what you call them, like you pick at your face or you hurt yourself subconsciously. You keep banging your heads and hands and maybe even your heads, I don't know, gosh. Your toes, you know, like when you accidentally bump into things and there's always like a bruise on some part of your body. It's this thing where you might be subconsciously punishing yourself for something. And the appearance of your future spouse in your life is going to be shedding some light into this underworld. Some of you weren't ready to accept certain parts of yourself because you thought that these parts, they're not yours, but they are. They really are, my darlings, here with the underworld. They will take you, I don't know, they take you to places you've never been. This is what I keep hearing. It's both physically, it's mentally, it's psychologically. And a lot of you, once again, you're freeing yourselves. You're freeing yourselves. You're breaking a lot of the rules that weren't really yours. And it's such a beautiful energy. Okay. Let me take the Lenormand over here to find out a little bit more about how your future spouse will change you. The sun is coming out beautiful. By the way, some of you guys could be relocating to Africa over here. They're showing me like going to Africa. Maybe South Africa, North Africa. I literally keep hearing that song from Aladdin, A Whole New World. Okay. So seekers, travelers over here. So my darlings, for quite a few of you, this is awakening the lady within you, awakening feminine energies within you, reminding you that you have this beautiful crown that for some reason you choose not to wear, that you choose not to claim. So some of you guys might be tomboys, right? And for one reason or another, and again, this is not something that is being forced. So if it doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. But I feel for a lot of you, you felt like you were a tomboy because there weren't really any strong male figures next to you. Or because you were trying to prove something. And with the appearance of your life, of your future spouse in your life, you feel like you don't have to do it anymore. Like a lady can be a lady. A gentleman can be a gentleman. It kind of balances out your hormones. It balances out your energies. And even like if you I don't know, it's like, does it make sense? It's like a paradox. Even if you look like a tomboy, if you act like a tomboy, you still feel like a lady. But they like bring it out in you, where you're more in touch with your feminine side. And for guys, you're more in touch with your masculine side, yeah? For some of you, my darlings, the connection over here with the moonstone is so profound because the moonstone is all about mother energy as well, right? The feminine energy, the mother energy. You might be very, what's the right word? Give me a second. I'm trying to put this in the right word. Anyways, I'm going to put it how I'm going to put it. You might be triggered into healing relationship drama with your mother. There's something about the connection of you and your future spouse. They will change you to the point where you will want to make peace with everything and everybody, including yourself. And if we're talking about practical things, okay, lovely option number one. For a lot of you, you're getting somebody who's very wealthy and they will spoil you, honestly. Because I know we've been talking about the deep stuff, we've been talking about acceptance and sexuality, but here they're like, okay, it's time to mention the practical stuff. It's time to mention that, you know, they will spoil you. Jewelry, gifts, all sorts of things. And it's like you will want to change your appearance. There's something about wanting to experiment, wanting to see, you know, when you're relaxed and when you don't think about how you're going to survive or how you're going to earn money, or, you know what I mean? It's something about having your mind at peace so that you can think about other things, about who you are, about who you want to be, about what it is that you want to do in life. Healing childhood trauma, big time. This is exactly what I've been saying. Some of you guys, if you don't want to have children at this particular moment, you might be changing your mind. There's no need to prove it to me otherwise, but some of you might be changing your mind. And you will feel, there's this very interesting energy that some of you will feel that you can act like a child. It doesn't matter how old you are, but I think you guys were forced to mature really quickly. And I feel that for some of you, you will feel like, okay, you know what? I can finally be carefree as a child. I can finally have some fun. I can finally get myself that I was never allowed to have when I was a child. Because it's a process. It's a process that we all need to go through. Growing up, maturing, and being a child as well. And if this part of our lives is missing in our life, we will in one way or another try to make up for it. That's why you see a lot of adults still playing games or collecting dolls. It's because they didn't do it when they were little. And the inner child within them never fully grew up because they didn't have all of the things that the child needs to do, needs to go through, needs to experience to grow up. So this is so deep, incredibly deep and so incredibly profound for you. Lovely option number one. I want to pull one more card for you. How will your future spouse change you? And the moon again. Again, we have the moon and again we have the stars. This is about stopping to think whether your fears are real, to be honest with you, and following your dreams. Following your dreams. I'm seeing like stars in their eyes. Some of you guys, you're going to be becoming more famous, more popular, more seen. even more connected to your feminine energy over here with the moon. I see for some of you, you guys are meditating together. Meditating together, doing certain practices together. And if I were to sum up this whole reading it's healing, deep emotional, physical, sexual healing over here. Wow. Okay, my darlings, option number 1. A quick reminder to claim the magic of this reading. I don't know how it works, but it does. If you guys claim it, it kind of gives the universe the green light so that it can start working on it. That you're accepting this energy, that you're agreeing with this energy, that it's aligned with you. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, you know the drill. Don't forget, it helps the channel grow. Helps me see that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm creating. If you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. Alright, my darlings, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 2. Hi, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the turquoise stone, let's take a look at how your future spouse will change you. Oh my gosh, guys, you wandered very far away from who you truly are. Straight away, they're telling me. A lot of you guys could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm getting a lot of people who are very good at communication, but your throat chakra might be blocked at this particular moment, right? And turquoise is a beautiful stone to help you heal your throat chakra. I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are incredibly smart, witty, somebody who thinks on their feet really fast. You guys are able to come up with solutions to a lot of issues, but also you guys are somebody who can sometimes make rushed decisions. Okay, interesting. Let's find out how your future spouse will change you, how they will change your life. The first card that you guys got over here is this beautiful trust card, the moth card. We have the crystal, we have the moth. Okay, so if you guys are resonating with the concept of twin flames, this is going to be your twin flame. If you guys are resonating with the concept of soulmates, this is going to be your soulmate, right? So this is going to be a very strong connection. First, I want to say that you and your future spouse will look very much alike, okay? So if you have curly hair, they're most probably going to have curly hair. Brown eyes to brown eyes, okay? So this is very much like, you know, even your height, your width, there's something about looking like a reflection, like literally a mirror reflection, okay? And one of the ways that your future spouse is going to affect you, how they're going to change you, right? How their love is going to change you is that you guys are going to be able to see all of your good qualities and all of those qualities that you might have not wanted to accept within yourself. And this is going to be a lot of fun, okay? Because they're showing me a lot of energy of you guys are quite stubborn, okay? You guys are quite stubborn, option number 2, and they're showing me like, no, this is not me, this can't be me, okay? But they trigger a lot of things within you, okay? And one of the biggest issues is that you guys don't trust yourself. You don't trust the world, you don't trust yourself, you don't trust them just yet, okay? You don't trust anybody. You're like, nah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, ain't going back there again. Yeah, so it's a very interesting energy where they're like, if you don't trust the world, it shows that you don't trust you. Because anything and everything can happen to us. But if we trust ourselves to find the decision, to find a way out, then we can start making certain steps. Take certain steps in the direction of what it is that we truly want, what it is we truly desire. So one of the ways your future spouse is going to change you is that they're going to make you work on trusting yourself. Okay? And the interesting thing is they are not going to give you, my darlings, any reason to doubt them. So I'm seeing somebody who's quite loyal. But you're going to doubt them anyways, aren't you? And that's normal because you guys have been through hell and back. A lot of you. You're still going to mistrust them for some reason and for some time. But with time, you're going to start to trust yourself, to trust them, to trust the world. It's not going to happen fast, guys. Or straight away, they're telling me. It will take some time. For some of you, it will take years. But it will come. And it's going to be so much easier to live in a world where you trust yourself, at least, and trust your future spouse. A lot of you guys have been going through situations in life where you don't know what's happening next. A lot of unsure situations. And I think I posted on my Instagram today a story where it says trust the process. And I think a lot of you guys need to hear this right now, where you need to learn how to trust the process of turning from a caterpillar into a moth, into a butterfly. And trusting that your wings are going to carry you wherever it is that you need to go. Okay. Let's take a look at the second card over here. We have Ask Bodhi. Yeah, this is why the turquoise crystal wanted to run away. The turquoise stone. A lot of you guys are very powerful, right? A lot of you guys are somehow connected to the panther, to the jaguar, to the lion. Some of you guys could be Leos, right? Or Leo, sun, moon, or rising. But you're very disconnected with your body. Some of you might not feel when your body is tired. Some of you might blame your body or yourself for not looking like the girls or the boys on Insta do with 22 filters. Some of you guys are disconnected from your throat chakra, where maybe you're a little bit timid, or you feel like you can't stand up to somebody, or you feel like you can't completely, speak your truth. Some of you might be saying that my body is too rigid, or my body is too, too thin, too tall, too whatever. And a lot of you created an enemy. Like you and your body are like enemies. You're not friends, but you look at your body and there's a lot of like critiquing it. The changes that come with age, the changes that come with certain illness. And they're telling me like you don't ask your body anymore what it needs. You just tell it to be quiet, to shut up. It's either you use makeup to paint over those so-called imperfections, or you over-exercise, or you go on those really strict diets, or you go on this really extreme exercise regime. Some of you might be tempted to go and do a lot of plastic surgery because you're not satisfied with the shape of your nose, your skull, your cheekbones, and so on and so forth. And the interesting thing is that your future spouse, how they're going to change you is they're going to make you very aware of this. Very aware of how you treat your body. Very aware of how you mistreat your body. By loving you. By loving every inch of you. By giving you compliments. By taking pictures of you, but maybe like you're somebody who doesn't even like to take pictures of them taken. And you're like, no, it has to be perfect. The lighting has to be perfect. It has to be with the filter. And your future spouse is coming through. Even right now, they're saying, no, your body is your best friend. Your body helps you get through so many things. Your body keeps you alive. Your body gives you so many opportunities. And it's kind of like a sad story right here that you don't accept it. But your future spouse, because of how much they're going to love you, every stretch mark, every pimple, every dimple, every gray hair, every kilo, everything. You're gonna realize that, you know what? Maybe my body is pretty amazing. Maybe my body is pretty damn fantastic. And for a lot of you, this is like going to be such a great change. And it will change the way that you look at your body. It will change the way that you treat your body. It will change the way you see yourself. And for a lot of you, it's awakening that inner panther, inner jaguar. So for some of you, your body shape, size may change. They're showing me somebody who's glowing and somebody who has this energy of like there's something about the way that you're going to start moving. It's more confident. Have you seen how the panther moves? Wow. Isn't it just mesmerizing? That's what's going to happen to you guys. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what you look like. It's the inner energy. And you're going to be connecting to your body. And you're going to be so surprised at how your body communicates things to you. Wow. Through feelings, through tingles. Through the way that it moves and shakes, through the way it tenses up around something or someone, and through the way it relaxes with somebody or something. You're going to be able to see and realize what it is that your body is trying to tell you, how it's trying to guide you. And a lot of you, my darlings, you are leaders. You are leaders. You're not followers, leaders. Nice. Okay, let's see how else your future spouse is going to change you. Love. Okay, a lot of you, my dears, option number 2, you have a rather messed up idea of what love is. Through no fault of your own. I think you guys, you were either in a lot of codependent relationships or you were in relationships where people pretended to... You were in relationships where people controlled you under the false pretense that they are looking out for you. They have your best interest at heart and blah, 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 right? And here they're saying like love is freedom. Love is freedom. Love is passion. Love is desire. Love is all loads of like different things. But interestingly enough, it's not what you thought it was. It's not control. It's not having to constantly make a compromise on who you are. It's not about having to constantly sacrifice what it is that you want for the other person. Yeah, of course, it is about compromise, but not to the point where you thought what it was. There's something about being able to, again, trust. There's a strong energy of trust, of where, you know, you're going to be able to take your heart and say, look, I trust you with my heart. I do trust you with my heart. And that's just some next level stuff, guys. That's some next level stuff. To be able to trust somebody that you give them your heart. Now, let's take a look at how else your future spouse is going to change you. Another thing that's coming very strongly over here, guys, is that I think a lot of you don't know how to accept compliments. Like if somebody says something nice to you, you automatically downplay it. Okay. Literally, for some of you guys, again, we're talking about communication. Your future spouse is going to change the way that you speak. I don't know what it is, guys. Some of you, you might go into public speaking, believe it or not, right? You might go into public speaking, you might go into singing, you might go into communication. Because there's this energy of like sales, communication, networking that's coming through very strongly. some of you, there might be a writer's block. Writer's block, or quite a few. It's either that you're composing music or you're writing books, writing stories, creating something. It's something that unblocking your creativity. For some of you, you guys literally are going to be learning how to ride horses, go horseback riding. I think you guys are very big on animals, aren't you? There's loads of animals coming through. Horses, dogs, panthers, moths, butterflies. A very strong connection to Miss Gaia herself, right? So I feel for quite a few of you, my darlings, there's going to be a whole new concept about friendships, about loyalty. There's something about happiness. There's so much happiness that's coming through over here, option number 2. Maybe like a lot of you guys want a dog. You want a dog. You want somebody who's loyal. And so interesting, the same card, it's a different, I think it's a different lady. Yeah, it's a different lady, but option number 1 got a lady as well. So I always say this. The inner lady within us comes out when there's a gentleman next to us, right? And I know that there's some guys watching this, and obviously with you, my darlings, it's going to be like you have this lady that brings out the gentleman in you. But it's like, you know, when just somebody's presence activates something within us. Something that makes us want to hold our head a little bit higher instead of running away and hiding or trying to prove something. It's the way that you carry yourself. That's changing. It's what you expect of others, of the world, and of yourself towards yourself. It's a fantastic energy. Lovely option number 2. Some of you guys could be 29, by the way, or could be meeting your future spouse. Oh, interesting. Via social media. For some of you, you already are in a long-distance relationship. Okay, one more card for you, my dears. How will your future spouse change you? You guys could be 29, they could be 28, vice versa. I think this is just confirming what I've been saying. So this is for the men watching this, you know, bringing out the men, really helping you see your value, your worth, and your value. You're going to have, by the way, you're going to have quite a jealous future spouse. For quite a few of you, my darlings. They're showing me that they are going to be quite jealous. I don't think they're always going to show it, but you're going to feel it. And let's be honest here. A lot of you are going to like it. Yeah, the jealousy. But they will also change you where you guys will cut a lot of cords. You guys cut a lot of cords. You speak your truth, you cut a lot of cords with a lot of toxic people. Because now you kind of see what it is that you're about. And you're no longer going to allow people to take advantage of you. You're no longer going to allow people to treat you a certain way. And that is like sweep, 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 cutting cords. Sweeping a lot of like toxic people out of your life. And it's nice. It's incredibly nice. It makes you feel very at peace and very protected. That's another thing that's coming through very strongly over here for you, option number 2, where you're feeling incredibly protected. All right, my dears, don't forget to claim the magic of this reading. Like, share, and subscribe. You know the drill. It really helps the channel grow. It helps me see that you guys are enjoying the content I'm creating. If you're up for a personal read, whether it's about your future spouse, your career, spiritual guidance, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Make sure to check it out. Alright, my darlings, take care of your amazing selves. Stay safe out there. Bye now. Option number 3. And welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to this beautiful star stone over here, let's go ahead and take a look at how your future spouse will change you, how their life, how your life is going to be affected by their love. And there's something about, their lifestyle. Okay, let me take a look at you for a second over here. You guys are meant to shine. There's something about you being meant to shine, but you don't see your beauty. A lot of you guys are shy. Why are you shy? Like you're so beautiful. You prefer night to day. A strong connection to space that's coming through over here. You're hiding your beauty. You're hiding away. A lot of you over here, option number 3, are quite lonely. A lot of hermits, and actually hermit energy in reverse that's coming through over here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Capricorn energy. You guys are very wise. You prefer not to talk a lot. Very wise, and you don't rely on people. And there's something heavy, like in this energy that's coming through, where you're like kind of giving me a sign. You're like, yes, Blush Lily. I only rely on myself now. Okay. Let's take a look at how your future spouse will change you, your life. So we have the Death card that's coming through over here. And I want to say that for a lot of you, my darlings, there is going to be radical change. Radical change. Your future spouse, it's like there is going to be your life before you met your future spouse and your life after you met your future spouse. For some of you, my dears, it's something or somebody returning. They're showing me like a cycle that's repeating itself, but it goes like on a new track. So it's not a toxic ex making a reappearance. No, it's not like this. It's something that you thought was dead, but there was like this one seed and it kind of grew and it started becoming something beautiful. Now, for a lot of you, my dears, a lot of you here, and I'm really sorry to say that, a lot of you might have been dealing with depression, with anxiety, with utter hopelessness, right? Utter hopelessness, where you just feel like, oh, you know what? It ain't gonna work out for me. But for a lot of you, option number 3, you're going to be meeting your future spouse when you're feeling like your life is over. When you're feeling like there's no hope. And their appearance in your life, it changes everything. It really does. And I think it's like your person, your future spouse, somebody who's heaven sent. Who is heaven sent. They're going to help you see things from a very different perspective, a more optimistic perspective. Because here, I'm honestly seeing for quite a few of you, you went really low, guys. You sank really low. Like a lot of things that were affecting you, your family, the world. It just got too much for you. It just got too much for you. So for a lot of you, you're like, I don't even realize, like, why bother? Why bother with anything? So your future spouse comes through to bring you back to life. To literally bring you back to life. To make sure that you see your own resources. Emotional, physical, spiritual. So there's a complete rebirth over here, my darlings. A complete rebirth of persona with this death energy. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit more because I want you to understand something. It seems that for a lot of you, option number 3, you've been headed down the wrong path from a very early age. It's like you were born to be one person, and then it's like you were broken. You were broken down, you were broken to pieces, and It's like from the beginning, you were set out on the wrong course. And that's why life felt so difficult, why there was a lot of resistance, why a lot of things didn't work out. It's because you weren't really living in the first place. You were existing. You were just kind of drifting. And the beautiful energy over here, it's like the Big Bang energy. It's like the universe within you suppresses until it can't suppress anymore, and it just kind of explodes. And a lot of things change. It's going to be incredibly drastic. A lot of things change. Beginning with what you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, what it is that you want to do for a job, what it is that you want to do for a hobby, all sorts of beautiful things. You guys are very powerful alchemists, but you need to work together with your future spouse because you have the ingredients, they have the recipe. You have the soil, they have the seeds. You work well together. I think a lot of you, option number 3, you try to make it by yourself. Especially true if you guys have children from your previous relationships. You might have felt like, okay, well, it's only me and I'm just going to have to make it work. And your future spouse will change you in a way that you see the beauty of it all. You see the reason why it all had to happen. Okay. Soul work. Bees. Some of you guys could be very attracted to bees. Yeah, some of you guys might have a tattoo of a bee and might have a little pendant of a bee. Some of you guys might have sweet tooth over here and be very attracted to honey. Now, there's a lot of sweetness to this. A lot of sweetness. You guys haven't experienced a lot of sweetness. They're showing me you, maybe, for quite a few of you, as the Queen of Swords in reverse. Somebody who's become very skeptical, sometimes even cruel to herself, first and foremost. Skeptical, cruel, sometimes cold. But here, they're bringing you sweetness. So that you feel your sweetness yourself. Because the bee can sting you, right? And the bee can create this beautiful, sweet nectar, right? I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a diamond over here that's hidden in the bee's back. There's a diamond over here. This is where you start to see your own growth, your own worth. And I keep hearing pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds. You see who you are. Now, your future spouse, the way they're going to change you, by the way, guys, there's a lot of money coming in. A lot of money. So if you've been struggling with money, there's a lot of money coming in, either through them, either through working together. Because here you're finding your soul work. You're finding your calling. For some of you, it might have something to do with sales. It might have something to do with, give me a second, I don't understand why it's trying to slip away from me. Yeah, working with jewelry. There we go. Working with jewelry, working with diamonds, working with crystals. You find your place. A lot of you guys are queen bee, right? A lot of you guys are meant to be the main character in a lot of people's lives. And starting with your own, of course. Shadow, working through your shadow aspects. A lot of you guys, the things that you consider your shadow aspects are actually where your power lies. A lot of you, my darlings, option number 3, you have a lot of repressed anger. Repressed anger, because it's like a lot of you like, I'm just dead inside. But you're not. You're just sleeping. You're sleeping, because a lot of your, like one of your karmic lessons in this incarnation is to work through your shadow, to love the unlovable parts. to gain the energy from the anger, from wanting to you know what I mean? Sometimes we need to get so damn angry to do something. Sometimes anger and fear are so good when it comes to the motivation. Sometimes they are. And you can agree with me, you can disagree with me, it's up to you. But this is how I'm reading it. That your shadow, let the shadow, the energy of your shadow surface so that you can use it as fuel, so that you can use it to be your own alchemist and create something that's so beautiful. Some of you guys, you're going to be marrying, somebody who's a therapist. Somebody who's a therapist or is very good when it comes to dealing with people's subconscious mind. But there's going to be a lot of sweetness over here, guys. Honestly. They might be giving you a lot of sweet stuff. Okay, let's see how else your future spouse is going to change you. Wow. And I mean, wow. Some of you guys could be 24, 42. You could be meeting your future spouse in 24 weeks. For some of you guys, 24 weeks. Or on the 24th. Now, in this particular deck, in this Lenormand deck, this is where this person changes your life, changes you, to the point where you're so inspired by their love. You're so inspired, like you see, like it's awakening. This is what I keep hearing. It's awakening. Awakening of the heart. So there is a strong connection if we're talking about the physical connection, of course. That goes without saying. But there's also the connection of the heart. That even when you're old and wrinkly, right? And you can't move very fast and you can't see really well, you still love each other so damn much because it was never about the looks. Well, I mean, it was about the looks at first, maybe, but it's a heart connection. It's a connection that defies time. It's a connection that defies space. It's a connection that is really incredibly rare. Option number 3. Incredibly rare. And it doesn't mean it's perfect. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have fights and you're not want to rip each other like a new one. That's going to be there as well. But at the end of it all, your heart is finally at peace because you're alive. Okay, so for quite a few of you, lovely option number 3, there's a strong energy of creating a family. Creating a family, quite possibly relocating. So I am seeing that you guys are going to be packing your bags. They keep showing you packing your bags. Or maybe living like 2 cities, 3 cities. They're showing me maybe working as a freelancer. Working as a freelancer, but what I'm seeing for sure is that there's no money trouble at all. Because this person, they're very wealthy. Or you become wealthy with this person, like I was saying earlier in this reading. They introduce you to a lot of people. There's something about you needing to work together with this person, guys, for sure. You and your future spouse, like when you come together, magic starts happening. Magic starts happening. You meet the right people. You come into opportunities that you wouldn't come into if you were by yourself. You're able to solve things so much faster because both you and your future spouse, you're very smart. Very smart. And they bring out this beauty within you that you didn't see. They help you see all the glittery stuff. The man and the woman keeps coming through. This is so beautiful. Okay, so for some of you, you guys are meant to be famous here, right? With the garden and the man, you could be, there's either a producer or something. Like there could be a producer, or somebody who could link you to a producer, because they're saying that there's recognition that's coming through over here. So maybe for some of you guys are meant to be like a singer, a writer, a creator, a painter, an artist of some sort. If you guys are like are in the hermit mode, especially in the reversed hermit mode, where you've become like the loneliness has become toxic to you, they're showing me like you're going to be so much more outgoing. It's like this person is turning you into an extrovert, or at least an ambivert. And you're like, no, Blash, really, I'm an introvert. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to see anybody. This is your life. You do whatever you want to do. But with this person, you're going to feel safe. You're going to feel secure. You're going to feel comfortable. So for a lot of you, even if you consider yourself an introvert, you're going to realize that you were just an extrovert that needed like a nice person next to them and a couple of like, you know, nice cocktails. And then you become an extrovert. So you're no longer like questioning, oh, did I say something wrong? Or did I disclose too much or things like this? You're just kind of like in the flow. You're chilling. You're going with it. You're going with the flow. Something about starting. Okay, first, this talks about your health, right? And I don't like to talk about health in my readings because I keep saying I'm not a doctor, right? But I'm not giving you any advice, so I'm guessing I can talk about health in this particular case. Your health is improving, for sure. There's something about improving your health because, again, I do feel like since this person is making you feel alive, since your future spouse is making you feel like you came back to life after a long time of sleeping, like a sleeping beauty, like you've just been laying there going like, where the hell is this guy? Where the hell is this girl, right? Some of you, by the way, are going to be marrying somebody with blonde hair. Yeah? They can be different ethnicity, but they either have natural blonde hair or they dye their hair blonde. Looks nice, looks funky. But yeah, like your health is definitely improving over here. I think some of you might be starting to like take interest in stretching, Pilates, yoga, whatever it is that you are tempted to do, yeah? You're going to be interested. You're going to be drawn. Some of you might be interested in doing tennis, right? In playing tennis. Some of you guys are going to be interested in doing some breathing exercises and practices. Some of you guys are going to be very tempted to start working with wood. Is it carpentry? I think it's called carpentry. Some of you guys are going to be very tempted to travel to somewhere, like they're telling me Pacific. But your health is definitely improving over here. And there's something about forming new life, creating new life, new rules, new ideas. A rebirth, a complete rebirth over here. Lovely option number 3. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it because it brings out your shine. Alright, lovely option number 3. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading for it to start working down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. You know the drill. It helps the channel grow. Helps me see that you guys are liking the readings. It only takes a second to like the video because this is the way YouTube works, the way this platform works. And yeah, if you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much more. So make sure to check it out. Alright, my darlings, stay safe out there. Bye now.